The Visionary, Ascension, the Wrath, the Knee, and the Crown. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, creatures of the WWE Universe, turn your eyes toward the blazing sun that is Seth freakin' Rollins, because this is his time. A man reborn in fire. A soul sculpted by struggle. A visionary no longer looking forward, because the future is now, and his hands are wrapped around its throat. He stepped onto the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 41, not as a challenger, not as a mere participant, but as a living prophecy. In a world ruled by tribal chiefs and voice-cracking pipe bombers, one man dared to challenge the monarchy. He didn't walk alone. Oh no. At his side was the devil's advocate himself, Paul Heyman, a man who turned betrayal into an art form. Roman Reigns stood tall, clutching a dynasty. CM Punk returned, chasing ghosts and glory. But Seth Rollins, he brought a mirror to that ring. He made them look into it. And what did they see? Not dominance. Not legacy. Not straight-edge salvation. They saw a storm wrapped in human skin. When the final bell rang, Reigns was down. Punk was broken. The crowd didn't cheer. They screamed. Not because they were surprised. But because destiny had finally punched in. The architect had drawn the plans. The visionary had cast the future. The Messiah had arrived. And Paul Heyman, he smiled. Because he knows when history is being made. With the throne now under his boots, Seth did not rest. He did not revel. He built. From the ashes of the Shield. From the fragments of his past. From the blood of his enemies. He constructed a new kingdom. A new stable. A congregation of carnage. Each member handpicked. Each soul forged in chaos. Each warrior kneeling not in submission, but in purpose. Seth Rollins had become more than a man. He became a movement. Summer beckoned. The crowd followed his every word like scripture. Every entrance, a sermon. Every match, a revelation. Merchandise flew off shelves. Hashtags trended. Arenas sold out. Because people didn't just want to see Seth Rollins. They wanted to believe in him. But fate is a cruel editor. At Saturday night's main event, as the lights shimmered and the fans roared, he stepped into battle with LA Knight. A rising star. A brawler. A disruptor. But the moment wasn't theirs. It belonged to Pain. Midway through the match, a twist, a misstep, a snap that silenced the crowd louder than any pop ever could. His knee, the same knee that carried the weight of championships, betrayals, and revolutions, gave way. Not to fear, not to weakness, but to reality. Medics rushed. The crowd stood. LA Knight hesitated. But Seth finished the match. One leg, one heart, one will. He didn't ask for sympathy. He didn't cry injustice. He raised his hand. Win or lose, he reminded the world, visionaries don't stop. They endure. Whispers spread like wildfire. SummerSlam, was it gone? Was the golden god of WWE destined to watch from the shadows while others took his throne? Experts speculated. Commentators lamented. Fans feared. But behind the curtain, behind ice packs and rehab routines, behind the pain, Seth Rollins planned. Because that's what architects do. They build even in rubble. News leaked. Maybe he wouldn't make it. Maybe the torch had to be passed. Maybe his moment had flickered too fast. But Rollins doesn't flicker. He burns. He posted nothing. He tweeted nothing. He disappeared from the spotlight. Only for the drumbeats to start echoing again. He showed up at Raw. Limping, yes. But grinning like a devil with secrets. Microphone in hand. Arena in the palm of it. And he said just 5 words. I'll see you at SummerSlam. Explosion. Internet breaks. Opponents tremble. Because now, it's no longer about domination. It's about redemption. It's about proving that even with one bad knee, he's still 10 times the man anyone else in that locker room will ever be. They say Reigns ruled an era. They say Punk defied the system. But Rollins rewrites it. He doesn't just break ceilings. He melts the whole damn arena. SummerSlam is no longer a premium live event. It's a reckoning. The throne, it's not vacant. It's being fortified. With knee braces and raw will. With grit and guile. Because Seth Rollins isn't asking to be the best. He's declaring it. And if you think a busted knee is enough to stop a man who beat Reigns and Punk on the same night, then you've never understood the difference between a wrestler and a visionary. He didn't come to be liked. He came to lead. And if he has to drag himself through the flames, if he has to wrap that knee in steel and fury, he will. Because this isn't the end of his story. It's the next chapter. And in this chapter, Rollins doesn't just survive, he ascends.